Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today, we're going to be doing a replay style video. Why? Well, we're going to be exploring for what? Well, for one, we're going to need a desert, and for two, we're going to need a lush cave. Lush cave more so than a desert, because the desert we only need for cactus. We know the lush cave we need for clay, moss, and a bunch of other nature type blocks. But turns out finding a lush cave is the easy part. Finding a desert, oh boy, that ends up being so difficult. Anyways, stay tuned to find out exactly how difficult, because trust me, you'll be surprised on how we got cactus at the end. Maybe. Anyways, if you do enjoy this style of video, feel free to leave a like, maybe subscribe. I'm gonna stop taking up your time. Enjoy some music. Alright, so we did end up getting a book, but it's not sharpness 5. However, it is sharpness 4 for just 18. So we are going to be keeping it, since in total that's sharpness 5 for 36, or if you also want to consider me buying a bookshelf, then 45, which is worth it. Just for some levels, sure, I'm fine with that, and I'd rather not continue losing my mind. We're eventually going to be upgrading the hall. We're going to get actual sharpness 5. Don't you worry. And here, we found one of the rarest biomes in Minecraft, a pale garden. And alas, we had a lush cave. Alright, so I just found a skeleton dungeon, which I'm actually not going to destroy the spawner. Instead, we are going to take note of the coordinates in case I can't find a closer one to our base, and skeletons are quite useful. Alright. And the chest was decent. I can't complain. And now, as any self-respecting Minecraft player does after they get back from a good mining trip with Silk Touch, I have built an almost deadly, no, actually a definitely deadly ore tower. The thing was over 100 blocks tall, which means I definitely could have died if I had fallen, but I didn't fall. So enjoy watching me break it down. And now, what is the next thing any self-respecting player does when they need to smelt hundreds, if not thousands of items? Well, if you answered, make more furnaces, put coal in all of them, and put the ores divided in between the furnaces, you'd be wrong. The right answer would have been make the most basic auto smelter ever. I think just about anybody is able to build this from memory if you've been watching Minecraft content for a pretty long time, because this might be the most common Minecraft redstone build ever, or it's definitely up there. It's definitely the only one I can build from memory, and a 2x2 piston door. That's not flush. So enjoy watching me build the most basic redstone creation ever. Alright, and now we need to find the desert. But first, we need to repair up our tools. So, let's do that real quick. Villagers are the fastest way I can think of. And now, we can finally leave for a trip that ended up taking way longer than it was supposed to. So, enjoy some music while I set off into the horizon on a trip that I did not know would take so long. It did, however, end up being quite lucrative, as we found many things ranging all the way from the rarest biomes in Minecraft, you know, mahogany swamps, pale gardens, and we also found quite a lot of villages. And when I say a lot, you won't even be seeing all of them in this video because we found like, you know, like in between the numbers of 6, we found either 7. You know what? I give up. Holy shit, it took us so long to find a pillager outpost, even though I know we spawned right next to one. That is still going to be quite awesome. I almost fell in the hole. That is still going to be quite awesome to have. And 2 villagers right next to one another, by the way. That's kind of insane. Alright, and here we got extremely lucky. Why? Well, a pillager outpost spawns raid captains. What do raid captains drop? That's right, ominous bottles. What can ominous bottles be used for? Well, ominous bottles can be used to start a raid. Why is that so good? Because it means we can get our hands on totems. You know, I said I wasn't going to build a raid farm. I didn't say I wasn't going to get totems now. So, that is super exciting, even though we're not going to be doing it really anytime soon. I mean, netherite comes before totems in my eyes. So, that is in a while. But the fact that we can actually get totems is going to be so big. Because eventually, I can start doing dumb stuff. So, as you can see in this clip, I killed 3. In reality, somewhere in between, I killed the 4th one because I have 4 bottles of what is it? What are they called? Ominous bottles? I think so. But yeah, that's really good for me because, well, totems means I can do dumb stuff without having to pay for the consequences. So, I was very happy to find that, and I still am. Alright, so I am desperate to find a desert, because how can it be that I have found a cherry grove, a pale garden, and a mangrove swamp before I found a single desert? as it turns out, the swamp was even bigger than I had thought originally, as you can see. And we also got a buried treasure map, which, that's pretty cool, because we actually do end up getting that treasure, which is not really something that I do often, but I gotta admit, sometimes buried treasure can be worth it. Plus, we're kind of doing a fantasy style build, so maybe underwater. Maybe. And as you can see, we did end up getting a Heart of the Sea. And in case you actually thought I would find a desert before finding every other overworld biome, well, you were wrong, cause here we are finding a cherry grove as well. So we found Pale Garden, Dark Oak Forest, Mangrove Swamp, and Cherry Grove, some pretty rare biomes. We also found an extreme acacia mountain, which, if you didn't know, coarse dirt spawns at the bottom of them, and we need coarse dirt. So I grabbed up about 3 stacks of that. Alright, so this is about the opposite of a desert. Even though it was the opposite of a desert, it ended up being the place we find a cactus. How? Well, you, my friends, will be seeing in just a second of how we found a cactus in a, what is this, snowy taiga, snowy plains? Because I really didn't expect to find a cactus where I did. Alright, so, I have just read through the wiki, and it turns out you can find a pod cactus in an igloo basement and in the entrance of trial chambers. So, we're not going to be looking for those rather than a desert, because I am at Z negative 6,300, and I have not found a single desert. We're looking for a trial chamber or an igloo since I am in a snow biome. And so, we found an igloo. And in that igloo, we, in fact, did end up finding a cactus. So, kids, take note. You are more likely to find a cactus in an igloo in an ice biome than you are to find a desert in Minecraft. Oh, And on the way, you will have found every other biome, almost except for Mushroom Island, but almost every other overworld biome before I could find a Badlands or a Mesa. So, deserts are really rare. And now, as all good things and bad things eventually must come to an end, this journey will now be ending right where it began, in our little Hobbit Hall wall facade. Next time we're going to be building the interior, so it won't just be a facade, but an actual home. Which, if you're excited for, feel free to subscribe. Make sure you don't miss it. If you did enjoy this video, feel free to leave a like, or if you also like this style of editing, it's my first time doing it, and I actually didn't mind doing it. It didn't take as long as I was expecting, but anyways, if you did enjoy, subscribe. See ya.